Hi everybody, I'm going to be reviewing today the Chronicles of Gaia by Sarah Charles. If you haven't picked this up already, if you are a fan of hers and you haven't picked this up, please go check it out. It is a well worth read story, and as I dive into review, you'll see that later on. Now, as why I'm reviewing something a bit more obscure, I think the word would be like myself, like Vamp the Lost Soul, is because I want to give other people a chance. So if Vamp the Lost Soul does blow up one day, they can look back on these videos and actually see other artists who are getting out there, and hopefully then they can use me as a stepping stone to get out there. Now, I know Sarah is quite well known, I believe, but at the same time, I did use Has Been Hosted as Seven Stone, and hopefully then they can see that review, and if that gets popular, then I can use this as a foundation to build upon other reviews and get other people to check out other independent artists, animations and games. So basically I'm solely reviewing now independent created stuff, which, because to be honest, I think the reviews are oversaturated with mainstream. I want to do something a little bit more off key and see if I can hopefully help these people who do deserve the love and praise they should get through their hard work and independence. But anyways, let's begin the review. So we're going to read the story out the back of the book here to tell you what it is all about. The truth is darker than you can imagine. One night, a strange black rain falls over Iki's head, drenching the landscape in an inky liquid. When the rain touches the forest, the animals transform to something ferocious and monstrous. In the hopes of protecting his little sister, his village, Iki sets out on his journey to find the source of the rain and destroys it. So yeah, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so we're going to talk about the story first. So the story itself, can I just say, absolutely excellent. For a 3-volume read, and I know there's an extra one called Classified, I think, which is based, I think it's like a prequel from what I've read, but once I get my hands on that, I can give this series the review that it deserves. But at the moment, like I said, I think the story is fantastic. It's very well written for 3 volumes. I definitely, if she ever goes back to this series, I'd definitely love to see this to be expanded to a 10-volume story, because I think there's so much potential for more. Because you read through it and you see other characters and you see other things going on, and you're like, actually, I want to see more of this, I want to see more of this, and I want to see more of this. And it is that well written, and her journey in a way mirrors my own, even though I'm a lot smaller than Sarah, admittedly, in terms of my books and as a streamer and stuff. I do think Sarah does deserve a lot more love, and needs to be, I can see this being its own animated thing if Sarah gets big enough. But the stories are well written, the characters are well written. Iki, the main character, is like Nikkei. They are very similar, like they're both edgelords in their own right and how they act and speak, but you get to know them as deeper characters as the thing goes on, and it has a really good twist ending. And like I say, I cannot spoil it because I want to give people the justice by reading this. It has a very, very tragic twist ending, but not in the way you think. So I'm hoping you guys, that would entice you enough to give the Legend or the Chronicles of Gaia a good read, and I mean give it a good read. It's obviously, these are very short stories, so I can't really say, but my favourite character was the main character until the end. My favourite character was actually the big bad himself because of what goes on in it, but I really can't say. Just please, just go read it, guys. Like, you will see why that character was my favourite character by the end of it, and my heart just sank, and it was like, God damn it. And that's all I could reveal. It just really pulls on the heartstrings at the end. So please go check it out for that reason. Just the story alone is amazing. Now we're going to go on to the artwork review. So this is where I say it's a lot more reflective of Vamp the Lost Soul and myself as an artist. When both our first volumes are out, because obviously she was out a lot sooner than me, obviously, but we traded our books to read each other, and I'm hoping maybe one day, if Sarah does start doing reviews as well, she might give myself a review and see if she feels the same way like I do. When we have our first volumes, I look at my artwork compared to volume 4 and 3's, with volume 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 there was a lot of things that needed to be improved and needed to be worked on to be a better piece of work overall, and that's why one day I will like to go over volumes 1 and 2 again to bring it up back to the standard of 3 and 4 when 4 comes out. And when I look at Sarah's work, like, I got that vibe at first. There was a few things she could have improved, but overall the artwork is mostly solid on the most part, with just a few improvement tweaks here and there. But looking at her artwork now, and I'm going to show you a few of her art pieces, like the modern art style she has now is so beautiful and it's so brilliant. And this is why I said I really do hope she does go back to Legend Geyser 1, or Chronicles Geyser, I keep getting the title wrong, to the Chronicles of Geyser one day and redo it in that new beautiful art style. I mean, even if it's just black and white and line art version of what she's done with this newer version of her artwork, I think it has the huge potential to just blow our minds. I mean, looking at, she's improved leaps and bounds way more than I ever have, and to be able to see that new version of the Chronicles of Geyser, if she ever, like I say, goes back to do it, and to do it to show us what she has learned, and just go back to Geyser, Chronicles of Geyser. Sorry, again, I keep slaughtering this. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Please feel free to comment and say I am a nitwit. Anyways, but to go back to it and to improve it. But there is a lot of obviously beautiful artwork on its own, like looking through this. Like how the ink just sort of drips on the characters, the effects. This is something I really struggled with. Like, the effects themselves are a lot more better than what mine was when I first started Vamp the Lost Soul, and obviously her proportions I think are a bit more better than mine as well when you look at the start and comparing it. But and she was a lot more braver to me when she did dynamic shots and stuff like that, when I was trying to play a bit more safe. But like I say again, like, it's sort of watching her, reading her books from volumes 1 to 3 really does reflect my own journey, because by the end of it, like 3, she's done some really amazing artwork by the 3rd volume, and it does really reflect my own artistic journey when I'm doing Vamp the Lost Soul. So, and that's all I could say. But her style is very different to mine. She uses a lot more lines and a lot more effects by using like hedge work and stuff like that. Like, you'll see what I mean. Like, her line work, like, I go for more simpler, she goes for more detail, and we are opposites in that certain way as well. It's so strange just to compare this to my own, just to mirror, like, the mirror image of our journeys, but in different ways. Now the last thing is readability. Very rereadable. I probably have, ever since I've read it all actually recently, like within last year, I probably reread it about 5 to 10 times. I can't remember the exact number, but it's just always a delight to read. And also, I think this is why, like, I do highly recommend this. It's not just reflective of, you know, certain elements that happen in the story and you can relate to the characters, that, but as an artist, as a fellow artist, especially if you're doing your own comic and manga, please pick it up, because I think you can learn so much from Sarah as a person and as an artist. And then looking at her modern work now is like, if you ever go on her social media, just tell her I'll send you over and just say hi to her, give her the encouragement, tell her like the series is awesome when you read it and stuff like that, and really give her the encouragement she does deserve. And maybe even just ask, just go, are you going to do a remake of this? Because I've seen like your more modern work, and I love to see like the modern adaptation of Chronicles of Geyser in her new art style. Just you know, obviously don't push her to do it, but just ask if she is, and if she says yes or no, if she says no, that's fine. But it is definitely worth a read. It's definitely worth a look up. And for any new artists out there who obviously see me and do my own books and think, oh, you know, I'm just a one-off, that, you know, I'm getting there slowly now. But Sarah is also proof of that fact as well, and this is why I want to start reviewing things like this, to show you guys can do it too. And the big factor of this is the twist ending. It is literally the X factor of this series, and the way she portrays one of the characters when you think they're one thing and then they turn out to be another when they're finally revealed. What can I say? Out of the cups of tea, I will definitely give it, story definitely 5 cups of tea out of 5 cups of tea for the tea cult. Definitely full marks there. Artwork, I would probably say 3 cups of tea, because towards the end it gets really good. But it's like what I said, it could have had some improvements technical wise, like myself in Vamp the Lost Soul. So like I say, I could definitely see a mirror image and then the huge improvement in the end, which is absolutely amazing. As for the rebuildability, 4 cups of tea. And as for the X Factor, definitely 5 cups of tea out of 5 cups of tea, because of the story alone. I think really gives it's the strength of the Chronicles of Geyser. It's its strongest aspect. So with those marks out of the way, out of the full 20 cups of tea, you have got 5 plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5. So you're looking at, hold on, sorry, 18 cups of tea out of 20, which is a really good score actually, because this is how I judge. I mark four aspects in each thing out of 5. So well done, Sarah. You got 18 cups of tea out of me. Please, the link's down below on her official website. Go and check out the Chronicles of Geyser. This is James from Vamp the Lost Soul, Truth More It Seems, and I hope to see you all here yet again soon. Bye. If you want to buy all 3 volumes of my manga series, Vamp the Lost Soul, you can buy them via Amazon as an ebook or get them directly off me through my website. Also, if you want to support me by any other means, I do have a Patreon, so please drop by today and check out what kind of cool stuff you can get out of being my Patreon. And I'll see you all later. Bye!